Well, hello everyone. We are live. I am finally going live on the Trailhead page, and I'm super excited. It's taken me a long time. I don't know why. But what I really wanted to focus on with you guys today, I'm going to try to do a series of different talks, super short, so that way you can just watch it and go, continue on your lunch. But what I really want to focus on today is chiropractic and focus, okay? This is huge, and a lot of people don't connect chiropractic and kids, first of all, but then again, chiropractic and focus, as in, ADHD, ADD, autism, getting your homework done, listening, clean your room when you're supposed to, behaving with the kids, really focusing on a task and focusing on instruction. So really what I want to do today is just enlighten you guys just a little bit. What in the world does chiropractic have to do with focus? For that, what we have to do is kind of start really at the basics. What is chiropractic? And when we look at it together, chiropractic is much more than just bones, than just a straight spine. What it actually has to do with more is the brain and the nervous system. And how this works together is your spine is composed of those 24 bones. It's designed to move, okay? Movement is very important, obviously, for your muscles, for inflammation and things like that. But when your spine isn't moving, it's also affecting your brain, okay? And what happens is your brain receives an imbalance yeah, an imbalance is the best way to describe it, of sensory information from the outside environment. So the best way to put it is, let's say I lock you in a room you've never been in, turn out the lights and tell you to find your way out. Okay, so when you lose your awareness of what's going on in your environment, your body is going to respond by default with what we call a sympathetic or a fight or flight or a stress response. Okay, when that stress response is there, it changes your body's whole physiology, full endocrinology, full digestive system, immune system. Everything is affected by the sympathetic stimulation, okay, which we need in times of stress. So if you are running away from a lion or a tiger, not that we do that every day in our environment, but we want your heart rate elevated. We want cortisol. We want adrenaline. We want all these things flowing through our body so that way we can respond and get away, okay? The problem is when we get away from that tiger or lion or whatever you're running from, that sympathetic response is designed to calm down. But if the stressor wasn't a lion and what's causing your body to go into this high fight or flight, high stress state is your spine, then until you fix a problem in your spine, your body is always going to stay on this high fight or flight at a chronic level. Okay, which means that now when you're running from a lion, you don't really care about what's in your environment. You don't really care about bacteria that are trying to get you. You don't really care about what's in your stomach. You don't really care about how you feel. You don't really care about instructions or anything around you. Because ultimately, if you don't get away from that stress, your body it doesn't really matter, okay? And so what we got to look at is what's going on within the spine that's causing this fight or flight response, okay? That's what we look at here at Trailhead Family Chiropractic, and it's chiropractic as a whole. We actually measure your spine. So we measure infrared thermography of your spine, which is going to look at inflammation, okay? When your joints aren't moving right, that's going to cause a spike in inflammation, okay? The second thing that we measure is surface EMG, which that is paraspinal muscle tone. So when you're running from that tiger, are your muscles tight or are they loose? They're very tight, right? Which we need in that sympathetic fight or flight scenario. But when your muscles tighten up, that causes your joints to tighten up, which means that when we have tight joints, that's increase in sympathetic stimulus, increase in inflammation, therefore a decrease in focus and attention. Also a decrease in digestion, hormone regulation, and a whole bunch of other things, okay? So what does chiropractic have to do with focus? Well, when we're able to remove that sympathetic stressor, that poor movement in the spine, and actually get things moving the way they're supposed to, what actually happens at that point is the sympathetic response is turned down. When the sympathetic response is turned down, the body can heal, the body can pay attention to its environment. Why? Because it's not in a chronic state of stress. So ultimately, chiropractic helps remove the stressor, which removes the stress in your body, helps reduce inflammation, and actually enables your body to heal itself. When the body is in a balanced state, the body can actually pay attention and focus and figure out what's going on in the environment and then respond appropriately. So chiropractic has everything to do with stress, has everything to do with focus, because if your spine's not moving right, your brain's not working right. If your brain's not working right, you're not going to be able to focus on what's going on in your environment. Whether it's you, whether it's your kids or your friends' kids or your students, make sure you let people know about this environment because this is huge, okay? Until next time.